Hello everyone, this is lecture 2 of chemical kinetics. In the last lecture, what we learned is how to write a rate of the reaction. For example, I'll solve one more example. In last lecture, I took just A and B. Here I'll take a value examples like this. Let's take a nitrogen reacting with H2, getting ammonia for this. Right? To balance this will be this is balanced reaction. Now here if you see the rate equation you will be writing in this manner. Rate is equal to minus change in concentration of N2 by delta T, which is equal to minus 1 by 3 change in concentration of H2 by delta T, which is equal to 1 by 2 delta change in concentration of NH3 by delta T. So this is about writing a rate. This equation, what we are writing in terms of delta, this is called as average rate. Basically we define a rate expression in two ways. One is a average rate, and second is instantaneous rate. Now what is the difference with respect to writing? If you want to write just the equation, if you just want to write the equation, then this is how we write average rate. What I have written is a average rate equation because there is a delta term. This is a average rate equation. This is about a average. Now instantaneous rate, a same equation. If I want to write in terms of a instantaneous rate, then I will write in terms of instantaneous rate. Rate will be is equal to minus d n2 by dt, which is equal to minus 1 by 3 d h2 by dt and 1 by 2 d NH3 by dt. See, mathematically what is just change is a delta is replaced with d, but what exactly is the average rate and instantaneous rate? If I draw two graphs, okay, I'll just write one graph in terms of the reactant. If I just write one graph in terms of the reactant, let's say this is the graph, and the decrease in the concentration of the reactant will be in this manner. It will fall in this manner. It will be a logarithmic curve. This is how the concentration, like if I write this is the concentration of reactant R in this direction. This is the time. This is the time axis. Now if this is the time axis, just write it here. So this is the axis of the concentration. This is the time axis. This is 0 over here. And let's say this is the concentration 10. Then here it is 20. Then 30, 40, and concentration is 50. This is the maximum concentration of the reactor. This is how it is going to fall, right, with time. Let's say this is 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and so on, right? So here I can find something called as a average rate. First I'll explain you what is average rate. Right? So it is a change in concentration, right? Change in concentration upon time. So here I'll consider two time differences. One is this. I'll consider this is the one of the time difference. This is one of the time difference I am considering. Okay, let's say this is time is equal to 5, or this is my time t1, and after some time this is the another time difference. So this difference is a delta t, this difference, and respectively there is a change in a concentration. This is a concentration on this axis here and here. This is C1 and this is C2. Like there is, so I will write a rate expression for this. It will be C2 minus C1 divided by this time was T2. So this will be T2 minus T1. So denominator difference will be positive because this is higher and this is lower, and but here numerator difference will be smaller minus higher. So it will be, it is written, if I am writing it terms of the, if I am writing it in terms of the reactant, then it will be this way, right? What exactly we are finding over here is the average rate. Now what is the meaning of the instantaneous rate? Instantaneous rate, so in generalized way I can say that in generalized way average rate is minus delta change in concentration of the reactant by delta T, right? Now what would be a instantaneous rate for the same thing? Instantaneous rate for the same thing will be, like, I'm just marking one small point over here. I want to find a rate at this instant. Okay, that is what is the meaning, right? So I'm not taking a large difference between the concentration, nor I am taking a large difference between the time. Now this difference here, difference is more, but just consider that this difference between two time interval, that delta t is tending to 0. This difference is tending to 0, but it is not is equal to 0, right? So at that instance I want to find a rate. So whenever it is a curve, we always write a tangent to it. If I draw a tangent to it, then we will get an instantaneous rate, right? So if it is straight line, we take a slope, and if it is a curve, then it is a tangent which we draw. So here we are going to draw a tangent. Okay, this chemistry is going bit mathematical, it is becoming mathematical, like this. We are going to curve is not very sharp, so please excuse me for that. So this is what a tangent we can draw over here, right? At this instance delta t is tending to 0. Whenever delta t is tending to 0, what we write, delta t is equal to dt, and delta r is equal to dr. But mathematically, when you are told to express an instantaneous rate, just replace delta with d, that is the difference. So what remain over here is, I did not write instantaneous rate, I will write dr by dt. This is how I can write an instantaneous rate. For the same equation, for here this equation as we have written, we have just replaced a delta with d. So we have to keep in mind, when delta t tends to 0, the difference is very close to 0, delta t we write equal to dt. So you will be learning these things, delta dt in limits and a continuity, mostly in mathematics. Yes, mathematics it is there. This year it will be there for you. Delta, limits and the continuity, you are going to learn over there. Here let us solve one question based on whatever we learned just now, based on a rate equation. So here is a question, what is asked is, for an elementary reaction. Elementary reaction means reaction which takes place in one step. The rate of appearance of C at time t is 1.3 into 10 raised to minus 4 moles per liter per second, right? Calculate at this time the rate of reaction and rate of disappearance of A. So we have to find rate of reaction, one thing, and something called as rate of disappearance of A. So let us try to decode the different terminologies of the chemical kinetics. So first thing, we need to write a rate equation for this. If you want to write a rate equation, then rate equation for this, or I will write an average rate equation. So rate will be is equal to minus 1 by 2 delta A by delta T, which is equal to minus delta B by delta T is equal to 1 by 3 delta C by delta D. First question is rate of the reaction. I need to find rate of the reaction. So I can equate to find a rate. I can equate rate with this. I can also equate rate with this. I can also equate rate with this, right? So data which is given is with respect to C, right? It is given, it is with respect to C. So I have a chance to only equate with this. So rate will be is equal to, I will write, so I am solving first question, that is rate of the reaction. Rate of reaction, that is rate is equal to 1 by 3 delta C, delta means change in concentration of C, by delta T. Now what they have mentioned is rate of appearance. See, we have to understand at this moment what is the difference between the rate of reaction and what is meaning of the rate of appearance. See, units for both the things will be same, that is moles per liter per second. So here, excluding stoichiometric coefficients, right, what is there in the denominator, excluding a stoichiometric coefficient, what is there in the denominator, this represents only this part. This part represents either a appearance if it is a product and disappearance if it is a reactant. So in this term, since this was a product, this is a rate of appearance. See, rate of appearance is different from a rate of reaction. So this is a rate of appearance of product C, right? So together what I'll get is, I will get the answer to be rate is equal to 1 by 3, and they have given a value of this directly, that is 1.3 into 10 raised to minus 4. So I'll multiply 1.3 into 10 raised to power minus 4. Units will be same, moles per liter per second. So how much this comes to? 1.3 divided by 3, this comes to 0.43 into 10 raised to minus 4 moles per liter per second. This is about the rate. Now the second question is rate of disappearance of A is asked. So second is what we need to find is rate of disappearance of A. Now we have two options. Since we have found out rate, I can equate this rate directly over here, or I can equate this term over here, right? Because we know C. So what I'll do, for simplicity, I'll write rate is equal to directly this equation I'll solve over here. So I will write rate is equal to minus 1 by 2 delta, that is change in concentration of A by delta T. Now here we need to make a small rearrangement. Now what we are told to find is the rate of disappearance of A, and how rate of disappearance of A is given. I will write again rate is equal to disappearance. So I can write this same equation, half, and I'll take this minus sign inside. So delta A by delta T. So this negative sign, whenever you see the negative sign, this is negative sign, but together this difference delta is negative. So negative into negative, it becomes positive. So whatever bracketed term, this bracketed term which is there, this bracketed term is the rate of appearance of A. rate of appearance of A. So I will write that same equation in terms of that. So here I will write delta A by delta T is equal to rate is there, and this 2 I am taking on the top. So rate into 2. So what was the rate which I found out? It was rate what I found out was 0.43 into 10 raised to minus 4, right, multiplied by 2, right. So 0.43 multiplied by 2 is equal to 0.86 into 10 raised to minus 4. So units will be same, moles per liter per second. Units will be over here, I'll write moles per liter per second. This would be units of that. So don't worry about this negative sign. Don't take this negative sign on the other side if it is something like rate of disappearance of the A is asked. Okay, because this negative sign and this difference itself is positive, and this bracketed term represents a rate of, sorry, I made a mistake, I guess. Yeah, this is rate of disappearance. Yes. This is, I wrote appearance. This is a rate of a disappearance because concentration of A is decreasing. Rate of disappearance. Please watch this video again and just make a change. If I said appearance, this is disappearance. This is the rate of disappearance. So this video is running out of time, means 17 minutes almost. It will become a long video, so I'll stop this video over here. In next video I'll solve more examples related to this concept. Thank you.